Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I wanted to discuss some more class mods, specifically new ones that have just been released into the official mod manager for Baldur's Gate 3 in the last couple of weeks. Class mods are one of my favorite types of mods in the entire game, as they really change every aspect of the combat, making each new playthrough feel like an entirely new game in terms of the combat. Here I've tried to curate mods that are mostly distinct from one another and provide unique flavors to the combat experience throughout the game. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subbing to the channel and dropping a like, and without further ado, let's get right into it. The first mod on our list is the Displacer class mod. This one really stood out to me as it's a full-blown homebrew spellblade that feels like a unique hybrid between a sorcerer and an agent of pure chaos. The class literally allows you to manipulate the weave on a physical level, hence providing you with the ability to harness thunder-based powers tied to a unique mechanic introduced by the mod known as Quanta. Your abilities deal with internal vibration damage, and you'll constantly be treading the line between absolute power and utter self-destruction, which is what makes this class so incredibly fun. But what's one of the most interesting parts of this mod is its dual stat system. With this class, you rely on charisma for your force of will and constitution for not blowing yourself up accidentally in the middle of a fight. You'll blur through the battlefield with teleportation, throw your weapons with timed explosions, and even tether yourself to enemies or allies for great damage or healing buffs. This mod's complexity as well as its high risk, high reward playstyle makes it a class that will really shake up your combat experience throughout the game, especially if you've been getting bored of the game's more traditional spellcasting classes. Next on this list is the Faerie Knight class mod. If you're after a class that is extremely whimsical and tactical, this one might be your favorite to start a new playthrough with. It's another caster sort of class, but it blends battlefield utility with flair that is truly otherworldly in implementing a Fae-inspired playstyle that is built around something called Fae courtesies. These are essentially unique abilities added by the mod that will constantly evolve as you level up, and depending on your subclass, you'll either command the power of frost or unleash flames in devastating fashion. Some of the class's abilities include Fairy Step, which allows you to blink away from enemies while boosting your momentum, or Pixie Ward, which is a charm-based shield that provides you with temporary HP. The two unique subclasses that encompass the power of Frost or Flame allow you to unlock the power of Ice Walls, Burning Lashes, and much more. The class also focuses heavily on a reactionary combat style, making every encounter feel responsive as you'll constantly be weaving in and out of danger and burning or freezing anything that even comes near you. It's a stylish and satisfying class to play, and it's another great mod for those who'd enjoy a twist on the usual caster playstyle in Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, this is definitely the wackiest class mod on this entire list. This is the Dragon Ball Warrior class mod. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. The mod encompasses full fan service in the best possible way, providing you with a fully standalone class that has progression from level 1 to 20 with 6 insane subclasses packed in. These subclasses are what you'd expect from a Dragon Ball mod for Baldur's Gate 3, such as a Saiyan, Namekian, etc. Each one of these classes has been designed to fulfill the power fantasy of Dragon Ball in Baldur's Gate 3. In terms of mechanics, the classes use a custom energy system instead of the usual spell slots, with all attacks and abilities being drawn from your character's ki pool. There's all the iconic forms from Super Saiyan to Ultra Instinct, and insane abilities such as instant transmission style attacks, death beams, and spirit bombs. Some specific subclasses will even get different stat resistances or buffs such as passive healing, which makes them all distinct from one another. Each subclass is built with its own moveset and playstyle for you to experiment with. If you're looking for something outright crazy, this mod is definitely going to be the one for you. Now this next mod is known as the Mystic Theurge class mod. If you've ever struggled to choose between a wizard and a cleric, this class will allow you to have both at the same time. It's a hybrid class that blends the divine powers of clerics with the pure arcane mastery of wizards into an awesome custom spellcasting class. The spells you gain with the class are all unique and mix the elements of both classes in a way that makes it one of the most flexible and autonomous ways to play the game. There's also 3 different subclasses, from Draconic Secrets that gives you elemental resistances and Draconic style magic to the Codex of Light, which brings paladin inspired defensive blessings and even an extra attack to allow you to control the battlefield in any way that you want. No matter the subclass or path you go on, the class's progression is tied with a mix of wizard and cleric spells, with subclass specific boosts that will allow you to make an incredible build. The class's powers rely on charisma and offers much party utility, which will allow you to play either the face of your party or its very backbone, depending on the path you decide to go on. If you enjoy multi-classing your way through the game but want to do it without sacrificing progression, this class is a must-have for you. The fifth mod on the list is the Red Witch class mod. This one's got a simpler name than the rest, but it provides a unique flair to combat that you will not want to miss. The Red Witch is a chaotic force builder that fuses warlock energy with raw arcane power. It's not just a typical spellcaster, but allows you to sling spells from wizards, clerics, and druids, with your real power coming from a unique mechanic called Dark Favors. This is basically a cursed currency that you spend in order to unleash devastating special attacks. This includes abilities such as Hex Bolts and Chaos Volleys, allowing you to manipulate the battlefield with missiles infused with magic. Other abilities you get further in the progression of this class, such as Reality Distortion, literally as it sounds, allows you to create a vortex-like tear in reality that pulls enemies in for devastation. It's as unhinged and insane as it sounds. However, to balance it all out, the mod caps spell slots at 3 per level, but this still allows you to wield an immense sense of power in every enemy encounter. It's a stylish power fantasy with some of the most unique spell interactions I've seen in any class, and it's one I definitely recommend for those who want a class that permits pure destruction. This next mod is known as the Mythblade class mod. This class is one of the most elegant out there, being a Spellblade style hybrid that revolves around an interesting mechanic called legacy magic, while being integrated with a real sense of lore and depth. This mechanic allows you to empower martial strikes with the echoes of ancient stories, heroes, and events. It's kind of the perfect mix between a bard and a warlock or wizard, but it's way more grounded in weapon play. Whenever you cast a spell with this class in combat, you charge up your blade as well. The next time you then make an attack, it hits harder and lets you cast again and again without spending an action. It's a fluid and very tactical class compared to many other hybrid ones, and it even has full progression up to level 20 baked in. Not to mention the fact that it has a staggering 8 fully fleshed out subclasses, from the Undead Death Knight to more cosmic picks such as the Eclipse or Distortionist. It's a class that is both mechanically and narratively rich, and it's perfect for those who love to weave between swordplay and spellcasting in combat encounters. Okay, now this next mod is known as the Zephyr class mod. It's arguably one of the most stylish martial class mods I've experimented with, as it's all about speed and finesse. If you've ever wanted to experience combat in Baldur's Gate 3 in a way that feels like you're a lightning fast duelist dancing in combat, this one's for you. At its very core, this mod introduces a unique flow mechanic, a state that you enter in battle with that allows you to dash and dodge and pull off free bonus attacks. It turns every encounter into an acrobatic display of power when you're chaining together insane attacks and shifting between your foes like a blur. It's also got variety with 8 different subclasses to choose from, all with their own unique flair and martial flair that allow you to dance through combat in various different styles. And all of this is even supported up to level 20 with compatibility with the fantastic Mistress Spells mod. If you're looking for a fast-paced combat style with much variety to boot, the Zephyr is a phenomenal pick for your next playthrough of the game. Okay, the final class mod on the list is the Fate series Archer class mod. Off the rip, I know nothing about this series, but this class looked pretty cool to me. This is a full martial class that mixes the utility of teleport attacks with twin sword combos, sniping finishes, and complete battlefield control, all themed around specific blade works known as unlimited blade works. You'll start with signature gear from the series, which will allow you to summon different weapons mid-combat, as well as a power that gives you elemental resistances and enhanced sword damage scaling. It's a class all about momentum and versatility, as you'll be flipping between melee and range attacks, leaping with precision across the battlefield. It's got a great sense of progression, making you feel like you're truly evolving as you continue to level up the class. It's a class that is not only fluid but feels cinematic, and it's a great one for even those who, like me, know nothing of the series, but would be even more amazing for those accustomed with the series itself. So that's it, some amazing new classes that I believe you need to try out if you've been looking for a newly released class mod to spice up the experience of combat within Baldur's Gate 3. If there's any other class mods you think I should have touched upon, or just any other mods you'd like to suggest for me to check out in other videos, please let me know down below. Anyway, that's all from me for today's video. If you enjoyed, please consider subbing to the channel for more Baldur's Gate 3 and RPG content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.